Donald Trump threw starbursts at Angela Merkel during fractious G7 meeting in Canada. Ian Bremmer, president of Eurasia Group, noted tensions flared between the world leaders when President Trump was pushed to sign the joint communiqué towards the end of the summit. Commenting on the tense showdown, he said, "It was at this point, towards the end of the summit, that Chancellor Merkel of Germany and Prime Minister Trudeau of Canada got together with some of the allies and really wanted to press Trump directly to sign the communiqué that talked about the commitment to a rules-based international order. Trump was sitting there with his arms crossed, clearly not liking the fact that they were ganging up on him. He eventually agreed and said okay, he'll sign it." Mr. Bremmer noted President Trump lashed out at the world leaders and in particular targeted Chancellor Merkel. He said, and at that point, he stood up, put his hand in his pocket, his suit jacket pocket, and he took 2 Starburst candies out, threw them on the table and said to Ms. Merkel, "Here, Angela. Don't say I never give you anything." Commenting on the state of US G7 relations, he concluded, "The relationship is about as dysfunctional as we've seen between America and its major allies since the transatlantic relationship really started after World War II." However, the U.S. leader previously dispelled rumors he and Chancellor Merkel were engaged in a fractious debate in the infamous photo taken at the summit in which the world leaders appear to be looming over the billionaire. Speaking at a press conference following his summit with Kim Jong-un, President Trump said, "The picture with Angela Merkel, who I get along with very well, where I'm sitting there with my arms crossed, that picture was we're waiting for the document because I wanted to see the final document as changed by the changes that I requested. That was a very friendly, I know it didn't look friendly, and I know it was reported as sort of like nasty both ways, I was angry at her or she. Actually, we were just talking, the whole group, about something unrelated to everything, very friendly." President Trump nevertheless refused to sign the joint communiqué following the summit, and directly criticized the summit's host Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. He also responded sharply to Mr. Trudeau's press conference in which the Canadian leader criticized the U.S. leader's decision to implement trade tariffs against countries including the EU, Canada, and Mexico. Writing on Twitter, President Trump said, PM Justin Trudeau of Canada acted so meek and mild during our G7 meetings, only to give a news conference after I left saying that, U.S. tariffs were kind of insulting and he will not be pushed around. Very dishonest and weak. Our tariffs are in response to his of 270% on dairy." The G7 leaders responded to the fractious summit in Canada, and criticized President Trump's behavior. Speaking in the House of Commons, Theresa May said, "This was a difficult summit, with at times some very candid discussions." Chancellor Merkel branded the meeting sobering and a little depressing, and French President Emmanuel Macron referred to fits of anger when describing the summit.